Alright, so I think I'm going to do two vlogs today. This first one is just going to be probably an expat vlog, which I have not done in a good hot minute. It just has not been anything going on. And for all intents and purposes, Germany was starting to ease restrictions, but then the numbers went up all of a sudden. So basically, they're going back into like when it was ultra lockdown right before Good Friday. Yeah, so basically anything after Easter is just going to be locked down until the 18th, and they're going to see what it's talking in like the middle of the month. So that kind of blows, because it blows actually more for my husband, because my husband just is like, oh, we're gonna do stuff and we can go around and we can do this and blah blah blah, and now all his little sad dreams have been dashed. And I'm just sitting here like, yeah, that doesn't really affect me very much, so whatever, mines or me knows, I don't fucking know. So yeah, Germany's really locking down. I long for the day when I'm like, oh no, it's back to like when we first got here levels of yay. But that's not going to be for a while. So, which is fine, because it's still pretty cold outside. Like today is the first day in a while that we've not had a gloomy, sad, cloudy, like why is my life like this kind of day. So I'm just happy that the sun is out. So I would take that for now. And whatever lockdown situations, I don't fucking know. I don't care. It's like, if I go out, I go out. If I don't, I don't. I don't really care. So I'm just like been seeing all this stuff on German news about how people are kind of tired of being on lockdown and they're having all these protests. And I'm like, Germany, do we really want to go down stupidity lane like your dumbass American distant cousins? Because it looked like you're trying to go in that dumb fucking lane, and that dumb fucking lane is already taken up by dumb fucking Americans. Don't go there. I know it's tiresome. Believe me, I know. But do the right thing for your loved ones and your friends and whatever. Don't go down idiot lane with America. Granted, it's making a turn for the better back home, but it's not without its problems. At least people are willing to take the vaccine. If I could get my damn hands on the vaccine, I would take 4 of them bitches right now if I could get it. I would just give me all the vaccines. Just inoculate me with all of them, and let's just hope for the best. But I don't even know when I'll be vaccinated, because I am not a German citizen and I can't do that. And I'm not home, which if I was home, this is the fucked up part of all this, I'd have been able to get inoculated by now. Everybody that I know from back home has either gotten the first inoculation or both. And here I am, inoculationless. So I just gotta sit in the fucking house and pray that somebody don't come over and cough on me. Granted, the only people that come over here are like people delivering crap that we've ordered online. But that's neither here nor there. Like, I can't get the vaccine, and I don't know when I will be able to get the vaccine. And I tell my mother all the time. I tell my parents, both of them, because they're both concerned. I'm like, they're like, any word? And I'm like, I have no fucking clue. The most I can say is maybe the earliest May, but I'm thinking late to mid-July. First it was June, now I'm thinking July. So I got a ways to fucking go. And my husband is kind of driving me crazy, because even when things loosen up, he's wanting to run around like an idiot. And I'm like, yeah, we'll still have our masks and stuff, but we're still at risk. and people here are like protesting against the vaccine, saying like, we don't know what it's going to do. We don't know what's going to fucking happen. I mean, yeah, there was that AstraZeneca situation with the thrombosis and whatever, but take one of the other vaccines if that's your concern. Don't not take it because you're worried that everything bad is going to happen. Just take a gamble, because your health is at risk and you're putting other people's health at risk. And I know you're bored and tired, but at least you still have hiking. You can like walk around. I walked on some of these trails, even in this little village that I live in. They have like little trails and stuff where we walk the dogs, and it's paved. You don't get that shit in America. You be lucky you get a sidewalk where I live in Florida. Sidewalks are not a thing in where I live. Well, actually, in where I live in Florida, they actually have sidewalks. But I've seen plenty of places around Tampa that had no fucking sidewalk. And I'm like, what the fuck kind of situation is where you don't have a fucking sidewalk? What is that? What even is that? Places have sidewalks. Not in Tampa. They're like, fuck you. Why are you trying to walk? You should be driving in a car. So it's like, maybe I want to be healthy. Maybe I want to have an active lifestyle. And I just, why you want to do this in Florida though? If you want fire 99% of the time. Independent of that. Like, why are you trying to live a healthy lifestyle? You should be in a car with some air conditioning. And not everybody has it like that, but yeah, it's plenty of places. Be glad you in a place, you live in a place that values health, where they actually have like places to, like nice looking places to walk. You got that going. Granted, I know y'all like hanging out at the mall, and as a teenager of the 90s who spent a vast majority of her existence in either Plymouth Meeting or fucking Willow Grove Mall, I feel you on the mall thing. I am so happy to actually be back in a culture that values mall culture, because y'all youngins will never know the fun and the joy of drinking and eating shit, walking around talking shit in the mall. You can't get that kind of love online. Yeah, you can call your friends over, oh my god, look what I just bought online, but you'll never experience the joy of walking around with a soda talking bullshit, absolute utter fucking nonsense in a nice air-conditioned mall on a hot summer damn day. You'll never experience that, and that's sad. I feel sad for y'all. In Germany, they experience that too, and I know they're missing the malls, but you gotta do the right thing for your people. So, enough with the fuckery, Germany. Get it together, suck it up for like another couple months, and everything will be fine, and then we could go back to the way it was, at least when I got my dumb ass here late last August. So, don't make me go over there. Don't make me start pointing out you acted American. That might shut some shit down. Like, oh, we acted American. Oh, fuck that. Let's get our shit together. Yeah, you acted American. You might not want to do that because that's not a good look for anybody. So, get your shit together. So, independent of all that, I was going to talk last week about grocery shopping because I don't know, it just was something that popped in my head. It was on Friday because that's the day me and my husband go grocery shopping. And I was like, damn, since I haven't done an expat vlog in a minute, let's talk about grocery stores. So, grocery stores. Now, being from Florida, you can't tell Floridians nothing about Publix. I'm not mad at Publix as a whole situation. They're actually a really nice grocery store. Their baked goods be popping. Like, their cakes, I got so fucking chunky not this past Christmas, the Christmas before this past Christmas when I was still home, I got all fucked up on them pedophores. It was ridiculous. Because they came in a crate, basically, and I ordered that crate of pedophores, and I just ate them, and it was goddamn ridiculous, and I gained all this weight. Not as much weight as I gained now, but what the fuck ever. We'll deal with that another day. So, I know you can't tell Floridians nothing about their beloved institution of Publix. Publix is nice, but right now we're in Germany, and we're going to talk about German grocery stores. But I do want to say, as a whole, I'm sorry, Florida, Publix is good. I ain't mad at it. But you'll never be Wegmans. Fucking Publix will never be Wegmans. And if you are from, like, pretty much the northeast corridor of the United States, up to, like, the mid-Atlantic, because I think they have some places in Virginia, unless you have been to a damn Wegmans, you do not understand how wonderful and glorious Wegmans is. When I was in New York a couple of years ago, we had to do stuff in Pennsylvania, and we went to a Wegmans. I did a whole little video skit on why Wegmans is the most glorious. That is the supermarket to beat universally. So unless they can beat fucking Wegmans, which sadly none of the grocery stores I'm about to mention beat it, nothing fucking tops Wegmans. I'm sorry, y'all. I know you want it to be different, but it ain't different. Fucking Wegmans. Wegmans is the slaptasticness of all grocery stores. But here, and I'm gonna leave out some because some of them I haven't been to yet, but I'm talking about places where it's kind of like a grocery situation. So you got Netto, Real or Real. I like to call it Real because it really gets on my nerves, and I'm not a fan of Real, but we'll get to that in a minute. Coughlin's, Norma, which I have not been to, Revro, which I'm probably mispronouncing it, Edeka, Lidl, and Aldi. So I'm going to start with Netto because I really don't like Netto or Nito, or I can't pronounce it. I'm going to mispronounce it, and I'm sorry. But I'm trying to think. Basically, what can I explain Netto like? Netto to me reminds me of a bodega in New York. And there's nothing wrong with bodegas in New York. It's just you can't get a sandwich in Netto. You don't have like a deli counter where you can order like a sandwich. But it does kind of remind me of a bodega situation in New York, which is like basically a corner store. But instead of just being like a corner convenience store, a bodega actually has a deli that you can, again, order sandwiches. Oh, and they have like a tiny, very overpriced produce section. Because I was in that overpriced produce section when I first arrived in New York about 2 years ago. So Netto kind of reminds me of a bodega. Like, we have one in this tiny town, and I went in there once. Got yelled at because I needed to get a cart, which this is going to be a theme of why. It was part of the reason why I'm like, okay, I'm not fucking with you like that no more. Because sometimes in order to monitor the amount of people coming in the store, they'll make, even if you're in a pair of people, they'll make, even if you're with like a child that's not like a small child, they'll make people get carts in order to go in the store, and that irks me. That's an automatic, I fucking am not liking this situation already. You fucking with me and I'm not liking it. So I understand it. Look, if you need to count some shit, get a fucking one of them things they have at Disney World where they just click in the thing and then they like 1, 2, click, click. Get one of them damn things. Now I understand for the Netto in this town, it was just a one dude working the register, and he seemed like he had a hellified day, and he was not in the mood to hear from some dumb fucking Americans that don't speak German. So I ain't mad at that, but we didn't really, because we don't speak the language, didn't really know what boyfriend needed until a little bit later. But that's not, the card thing is part of the reason why I'm mad going in there. The other part is, it is a hot damn mess in that Netto, and I hate going in there because it has that weird bodega feel, and I don't like that bodega feel. So I'm out on the Netto situation. If we need something, I have sent my husband, because it's literally around the block. It's like down and around the block. I'm like, if we need something, I refuse to go into that Netto. I refuse to go in there. I'm like, oh, fuck this. No. Like, he'll be like, you won't walk with me? I'm like, no, because I'm not trying to go in there. So I am out on the Netto situation. So no, like Netto, no, that's like low on the list. If I have to go in there, I will send my husband to do my dirty work. I ain't going in there, Netto. Yo, go. So then there's Norma. I don't know a damn thing about Norma. We get a circular for Norma, and I have seen one in our travels, but I've never been in one. I know where two are. There's that one that was all in the mist, where the fuck we were driving, and then there's one by that one Edeka that's down in that one little town. We haven't gone to that Edeka in a minute. We'll get into Edeka too. But yeah, I have not gone to Norma. I don't know what the fuck is in there. You have Lidl and Aldi. Now, I know in the United States, we have Aldi's too, and it's kind of like, ugh, why are you going into Aldi? Ugh. Like, I don't know why I went in here. I thought I was getting something, but I was just getting nonsense from Aldi. I don't really have a beef per se with Aldi. It's just there. I'm like, oh, okay, there's some Aldi. Like, if I have to go in there, I ain't mad at it. So, you got that. Then you have Lidl, which is kind of like Aldi, and it has all kinds of weird stuff. It'll have, like, groceries, primarily, but then they'll have, like, these weird aisles with weirdness in them, and it's just, like drills and shit. It's like, okay, this is a weird situation in here, and both Lidl and Aldi will do this. Like, you'll see groceries in all the aisles, but then they'll have, like, in the back these weird little sections of like bins that have just random shit in it, and it's just like, why is, okay, I guess you need like an emergency drill or an emergency wet dry vac or shoes. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just there in these random damn bins. But on the face of it, I don't have a problem with either Lidl or Aldi. Like, they're not my favorite grocery store. I'll go in them if I have a choice, but I would rather not go in either. Like, I'll go in it. I'm not mad at it, but like, if I had options for other places to go, I would go to those other places. Now we have Revra, or if I'm gonna just call it, I'm just gonna spell it REWE, and I ain't gonna lie. Now, I talked to some people and they were like, no, Revra is kind of trashy. You don't want to go there. The problem is, the very first time I ever went into a German grocery store was when we came here 2 years ago, and we were in Leinfeld and Escherdingen, and we were across the street from the Revra. That Revra was fucking amazing, and that was my first introduction to German grocery stores, and it blasted my mind. But that was a really big, really super damn nice Revra. It was amazing. Now, the one that my husband and I sometimes goes to is not that big, and it's kind of tiny in Freiburg, and it's just like, oh, well, what the fuck happened? It was like they shrunk that nice one and like felt it extra digging all the way down, and now I don't have nothing but sad hopes and dreams. So I don't mind Rivera on its face. I really actually like, but I think I really only like that one in Leinfeld and Escherdingen. Raven, if you mess up my situation, I am not going to be happy with you. I know. You want attention, and she will mess up my situation. You'll be in here screaming. Please do not mess up myself. Why don't you come on the other side, Pumpkin? Thank you. Okay, or do that. Thank you. So, but I'm not mad at that one, but I don't know. I want to skip over to Coughlin's. Oh no, before we get over to Coughlin's, let's go to Real for a minute. Because I am mad at Real. Okay, so the backstory between me and Real or whatever the hell it's called was, I think this was one of the nights I had a meltdown. I think this was the night I had the meltdown in my husband's car, and we were talking. I wanted to make something, but they didn't have the ingredients at the commissary for me to get. So I had a freak out moment, and my husband was trying to make me feel better. So we went to Real to try to get possibly something that would help me be able to make what I wanted to make. I don't remember what the hell it was. And I was already in a pissy mood. Admittedly, I was already in a pissy mood. So then we go in, and again we get yelled at, you both need a cart. We were like, we're together. No, you both need a cart. Again, my argument with this situation, I could see it at the Netto because it was just a one dude working the register. I got that. I'm not mad per se at that situation. I just think it's stupid, but what the fuck ever. But this asshole was like a greeter at Walmart telling the both of us we needed a cart, and I was pissed. So I stormed out of there and got a cart. So I'm already I'm not fucking amused with the situation. I'm not. So I got the cart and we walked around, and inside was weird, like really weird. Like super fucking fell into Alice in Wonderland's pit of crazy weird. And I was just like, I'm not feeling it. And I think what we were trying to find, I still didn't find. And I was like, you know what, fuck this. And then it was mobbed in there on top of it. So you got a lot going against you Real right now. And I was not amused. And I left angry and vowed to never again in life go into a Real, because it was really a pain in my ass. So, I don't know, it could have just been that real or whatever, but I don't give a shit. I'm sticking by that blood oath. I'm never walking in another reel again and get one of those clicky county things from fucking Disney World, because getting cards to monitor how many people are in the store is just fucking ridiculous. So, yeah, just, I can't. Fuck you, real. Never again. And it reminds me of like a Walmart situation. So, but at least that makes sense where you have like the bins with random shit in it. So, but whatever. And now we'll go to Coughlin's. That's our primary grocery store. That's just where we go. And I know a lot of people don't like Coughlin's. The Coughlin's up the block, way up the block from us, is not that bad. So, I don't really have any real beef with Coughlin's. There was another Coughlin's we went to in that same area where the Edeka and that random fucking Norma is. We went to that one first, but then we found one that was like a way up the block. So, which is actually closer than that Valley town. But we went to that one and it wasn't that bad, and then we found the one close to us and it was like, oh, okay, this is doable. This also kind of has a Walmart-ish kind of feel. I'm not mad at Coughlin's. Coughlin's just gets a little crowded, and it's gonna go back to being crowded now that everything is shut back down. So, oh god, grocery shopping, I don't even know. And the last one I wanted to talk about was Edeka. Now, I love Edeka. Edeka is actually, for me, the best of the grocery store brands. I know some people don't like Edeka. I don't know why, but I don't mind Edeka. The first time we had some salmon from there, and it was like in their seafood section. That was the most delicious knocking fucking salmon I had ever cooked in my entire life. I don't know what kind of magic sprinkles they put on that joint, but it was goddamn delicious, and my mind was fucking blasted. And it was just like, I need more of this in my life. I don't know where the fuck we were when we got that either. I have not been able to find that anywhere. But there's like the one, there's that Edeka that's like, that we go to that's in the valley with the other two stores that I mentioned. There is actually up the block in the town, one town over, that's on the outskirts of that town, that me and my husband adamantly refuse to go to because as my husband says, it just looks wrong. And I've seen pictures of the inside of it, and it is really wrong. And it's like probably one of the worst Edekas in the area. We don't go, we've never gone there. It's literally, I could fucking walk there right now. It is not that far of a walk, but we refuse to go there because the outside just looks absolutely fucking disastrous. We have never gone in there. So we'll drive way out of our way to that one in that town, in that valley town. And then there's like another one we had driven to where basically it was like a castle or some shit was overlooking it. My husband was too amused with it. But for me, pound for pound, Edeka is the best of the grocery stores around here. And, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there'll be, like, knife fight disagreements about that, but it's better than Netto. Like, or Real. Like, I'm so mad at Real. I'm just so angry with their store chain. It's just, I'm, like, that one store just fucked it up for the rest of my life, and I'm not going back in one. So, yeah, no. So, for me, it's Edeka. And if I have to take it, I will take Coughlin's. I ain't mad at Coughlin's. So, there's that. So, yes, this is probably the most random expat vlog. But, again, with things reopening and then like, oh, no, they're not really reopening, motherfuckers. We're shutting it back down. It's not a lot to talk about because I can't go anywhere or see anything. So, that is all I have for this expat vlog, and I don't even know. So until next time, later.